remember sometimes, long ago, when my kids were much younger, I used to be a person who passed judgment very quickly. So someone would be considered interesting, someone would be considered boring. One day, my 5-year-old daughter told me, "Mama, everyone is interesting if you ask the right questions." It changed my perception of life. That was 16 years ago. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? If you can't hear me,
little louder.
Little louder, sure. Yeah. So today I asked a question of everyone that I'm going to introduce about what did you dream and what came true for you. And so that's going to be the theme of today's, because I believe that dreams need not be huge. They can even be small dreams, but they're your dreams. And you can achieve it if you take the steps towards it. It may seem impossible for you right now, but you can. And one particular story of one of us in our midst struck me very strongly. This is a boy who came 13 years after his last sibling was born. And he grew up in a home with 6 children, so money was not always very easy. This boy had a dream. He had a dream that he wanted to educate himself. And the first signs that this dream could be possible started when he was in class 10. Because he worked in his father's factory, and with the little money that he earned, he went and bought himself a watch. Dream number 1 comes true. But he wants to educate himself. How does he do that? During his summer holidays, when all of us, that's after his class 10, when all of us were enjoying ourselves and freaking out because here we want to party before we join 11th and 12th, this guy goes and works in a power room and learns the skills to work there. He earns money there, uses it to pay for his 11th and 12th. And using that, paid for his college fees. And after that, he later on gets a job and earns 2 more qualifications. He becomes an MCom and an MBA. This is all self-financed. Okay? And now he's working as a finance manager in a multinational. And when he met me, he said, he said, "Oh, you're a chartered accountant." "I'm not a chartered accountant." I said, "What are you?" He said, "I'm a finance manager." I said, "How many chartered accountants report to you?" He said, 2, 3, 2. So the reason I'm elaborating on this story is that every one of us can have a dream, and every one of us can achieve it. You have to take the steps towards it. And the person I'm talking about is our very own Srinivas, who's sitting among us, Toastmaster. So I just wanted to appreciate that your story was really motivating to me. And there was another person like this, and this is mostly for the benefit of the visitors here. There was another person who in the year 1924 had this idea that there wasn't any organization that helped people learn to communicate well, to speak well, and to become leaders. And this man's name was Ralph Smedley. And he had a small dream. He said, "I want an organization that can train people to be leaders and to be speakers." So Ralph Smedley, on the 22nd of October 1924, in Santa Ana, California, started the first Toastmasters group. Never dismiss the day of small beginnings. That's a quote from the Bible. Never dismiss the day of small beginnings. It was a small beginning. But in the next 89 years, that one club has grown to 15,300 clubs. And it has a membership of 313,000 people in 126 countries. So truly a small dream that grew big. You never know where your dreams are going to take you. So anyway, coming on to the way the meeting is going to go, We're going to start off with the, are we starting with the table topics? Yeah? We're starting with the table topics, and then we're going on to the installation ceremony of the new members. We'll stop for a break, and then we'll come back and have the 2 prepared speeches for the day. But to begin the proceedings, let me hand over the lectern to Lalit Dhanush, and before I do that, I asked him about a little dream, any dream he had, and he told me that as a little boy, he used to watch people come onto the stage, and he would say, I wish I could go on stage. But you know how it is in schools. The school teachers will always take the pet of the class. And I'm not sure whether Lalit was the pet of the class because he wasn't picked. He was not, there you are. You have the audience saying never. Because he wasn't picked. And maybe he wasn't the guy who put up his hand and answered the most. But this little boy wanted to go on stage. And so what happened is, he worked his way in and he became the head of the cultural events of his college. And now that's his job, going on stage. That's his job. So if his teachers were to see him now, on stage, with such a presence, easily working the crowd, talking to them, connecting with them, they'd be surprised. Teachers are no predictor of your success. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do what you want to do. No one has a right. You determine your future. So let me call Lalit Dhanush. He's our general evaluator of the day. And please come to the stage.